Ladies and Germans, how are you all doing? I am Conoric.
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And folks, of course, it is a new week, which means we have some more Steel Division, postseason for you. This is going to be in the S Division, so the vets up there. And on the lovely airfield map of Carpet Cat, Rang, who is duking it out today?
Well, for the semi-finals, on the left-hand side, we have ourselves Player as a Guards Armor Division, and the right-hand side, we have ourselves Walther as a Paris Division. This is actually a rather interesting match, because
Okay.
usually these are a best out of three,
Mm-hmm.
but this is actually the fourth game in this best out of three, because the game previous to this, it was a draw. So this is the deciding match, essentially, and the person you see win this match, it's the person who is going to be going on to the finals.
And how strange it is that we have not cast a single Eugene game throughout the entirety of the postseason, I don't think.
I know, it's been rather weird.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm nostalgic or anything, but I remember a time
Yeah,
when I could call the winner from a pretty early
I
stage of the game.
think he made it to the postseason in Code S. I'm just going to double check real fast because I am actually rather curious as I don't remember this on the back of my hand. But yeah, we're on a Carpet K, Guards Armors versus Paris. It's going to be a rather interesting matchup. And now Eugene did make it to the postseason. He just got beat out by Player.
Ah, so
Yeah,
indeed, we cannot hate the game; we have to hate the
it's
player.
Player.
But there we go. Actually, starting off early, so we
Yep.
do have both Cromwells, both the infantry one as well as that true tank down to the south. It's kind of interesting. It looks like we're gonna have a right wing assault on both sides here.
Yeah, so they got the Cromwell, yeah, and on the northern side for oh yeah, you got the Char B too. It's going to
Hmm.
be rather interesting as this is a very open map apart from the town area. So yeah, Guards are definitely going to try to make a breakthrough in the open ground, and I think that's going to be their best bet because it's got the Cromwell with the long
Hmm.
range 1.2 kilometer howitzer. They got the
Hmm.
11 armor Cromwell, and I think a lot of those infantry are going to be heading actually to the town. Maybe the Cromwell will be heading to the town, the fire
Now, when
support one.
you're calling it town, you do mean the aircraft hangars to the north?
Yeah,
No,
like
oh, never mind. It was just
yeah,
it's just the north of this aircraft. Yeah, you know what? It's just because I look at this and it's been a
yeah,
long week and long day
yeah.
actually. And I look at this like, wow, they just kind of camouflage into the map.
Dude, it really
Um,
sucked living in that town right next to an airfield
I
in World
know,
War Two.
I know, property values, man. I mean, look at all the bombs
I
right
know.
next to it. That is truly got to be some collateral damage going on there, and we're off. And as you suspected it, yep, a lot of the infantry is just getting posted up. Actually, a lot of them look like they're more in the hangars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sending quite a few guys to the hangars there, and I see your players making some fine-tune adjustments with their movement orders. But
Interestingly, sorry, I didn't mean to
okay.
cut you off here, but interestingly, we did see a Puma as a
Oh
late
yeah.
addition to the German side of things. So that really could face off, not 100% well, but he will be able to face off decently, at least with the Humber, put pressure on the other Cromwell, and if indeed the only one he can really be threatening is that true Cromwell
Yeah, the
Mark
11
7.
armor. Yeah, it's I mean, it's all gonna be about whether that lone Puma can get close enough to penetrate the uh, the AEP Cromwell. Same time, the long range Cromwell can do some damn good pressure. And always managed to get a shot off and unload some infantry, but player drops smoke immediately to save his guys.
Yep, which makes perfect sense because think about it, those guys are practically on top of each other. That
Yeah,
Puma fired one time and everyone freaked out.
yeah. And they got the Cromwell moving in around the south as the fire support one Israel, just giving some good old fashioned fire support.
Indeed. Now, with the Panther up front, unfortunately, his wish will not come true. I think as he's kind of
Yeah.
hoping to see that armored vehicles come in first. But I think player is too canny of an opponent to have that happen.
Yeah, but I think he's not gonna. I mean, he may risk the half track up here, but yeah, the Cromwell 7, no, he's not going to just run it up towards those hangars.
Also, okay, so to say the Puma I thought was somehow taking incidental fire from the
Hmm.
infantry support tank, and it's more of that hangar was taking some firepower there.
Yeah, the Cromwell's just doing some. Yeah, I really like it. He's just doing some blind fire, like ground fire. Like he doesn't see the Puma, but
Hmm.
the HE splash is enough to freak it out a bit.
Well, let's remember also the Guards Armor Division that while there is some kind of AT, it is Piats, and there's not a whole lot of it really on the map. And
No,
I
no,
don't, I don't mean that to be dismissive either. I just mean that they're kind of there's not that many on the map.
no, it's a good point. You've seen a lot of just more regular rifles instead of lots of motor rifles, which is rather interesting. As I tend to notice that a lot of guard armored players usually just like sticking with motor rifles for majority of the time, but up in the town it is mostly just regulars. And looking up north, it's actually going pretty well for Walther, as his infantry. I mean, those Bavarians are pretty damn good on a town fight, as they're just so beefy.
Well, I do also make a quick call out as well. Ooh, wow, actually, the guards are getting awfully close to that German position here. Puma is still up, but one wonders for how much longer. Actually, the Humber has bought it in the meantime,
Mm-hmm.
and we actually have Panzerjägers being brought on in.
Oh wow. It's gonna be. I mean, he needs all the AT he can get, but it's gonna be tough killing that Cromwell 7.
Not when the Cromwell 7 moves within 400 meters.
Fair point. Then he has, yeah, then he has chance to penetrate. But it's really dodgy now. I mean, if Walter was to, I mean, this is. I'm trying to actually say his words real fast. It's been a long day for me too. I mean, the Cromwell Mark 7 is in a position to get killed from the Puma if the Puma pops around and shoots at you. Of course, right now it is a bit, morale damaged.
Mm-hmm. Morale damage he may be, but you still got to get close to that Cromwell, and if you go within 250 meters, he's pretty much
Yeah.
completely boned.
It's first shot, first kill in that scenario.
Indeed. And the first Panzerjäger is up, the second one several thousand meters behind. Interestingly, though, we're also going to see, like I said, the Humbers moving up to the north, like a quick brace of them, as well as a Stuart, Mark 6.
Huh. Yeah, he's probably going to bring it out to try and deal with that Panzer B2s. That's been a pain in its butt to see the Bavarians manage to penetrate all the way to the other side of the town and into the airfield hangars. So, Walter's having a little bit of a sticky time up north.
And a 40R coming on in. All right, some more French tanks being called into the fray.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking that the Stuart's going to match up well against that Char. I mean, technically, it does. I mean, the armor penetration is there.
I mean,
but see how armors him. He only barely gets outgunned.
Yeah, the B2 definitely wins in a run-on-right fight. Because it's not just like the armor and AP value, but the B2 has a bloody 75mm howitzer.
Yes.
Which helps out a lot in... I mean, it makes a huge difference. Even though it doesn't have AP values, it's very good at suppressing enemy tanks and really just psyching out their aim.
Mm-hmm. Now, the only thing that is over here that's very, very positive for players, he's got that 6-pounder in the woods.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have... Oh, yeah, it has...
Well, it's not the greatest of position yet. It was actually a little bit further up on the actual intersection itself. And that was pretty positive.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep waiting. It's going to break somewhere. It's got to break. I mean, like there's a lot of tension here right now. I feel like one misstep by anybody and the entire map's going to open up. Yep. Yeah. Crew wounded. Stuart is going to be pretty much screwed here.
Oh, yeah. If the B2 can hit...
We should get at least... I thought I was going to get one more shot there, but I guess not. All right.
Gonna be forced to fall back.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, Stuart's going to get out of here. It's just going to fade into the orchard.
And the second Stuart being brought on in, so he's really, really afraid of that Char.
Yeah, he definitely wants that dead, and rightfully so. Like,
here's my question: why with the Char? Why can't you just work around it, or pincer it if nothing else? It is.
That's what he's kind of doing right now up north. Players moving through, but the Panzer 40's going to stop his little one-man half-tracker shot.
Yeah.
But I think he wants to like pop his pimple essentially. In his front line, because this is losing the southern side of the town is not going to help, securing reinforcement to the northern side, and you really need to knock out the B2 to end up killing the rest of the infantry. Oh, it's 2 Stuarts, 1 B2. It's going to be rather dodgy, and the Humber's coming in as well.
That's death. It's got to be dead.
When 1 Stuart doesn't work, you just use 2.
That's true. Now, I was hoping we get that Panzerschreck that's moving up, and he's moving up just a bit too late.
Yeah.
But the Stuarts are going to come in. I'm sure one of them's going to be... Oh, no, never mind. They're ignoring it. They're going back to the north. Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe... Oh, God, they got J188, yeah. And...
Well done. He destroys it with the bombs.
I mean, that was the Stuart's being shot at from earlier, so we already took quite a bit of HC damage from the Char, so yeah, that's pretty damn good. That's really good.
I say, don't take that moment away from me. That was really cool.
I was not expecting that.
That's interesting to me. Really, the entire German push in the south, the Gross Paris division is being hung up basically because of that Cromwell Mark 7. That's it.
But also at the same time, players being hung up by all the Panzerjägers and Pumas. It's just it's a staring match for both sides. Well, it's hide and seek, but both sides are hiding.
Mm-hmm. And rightfully so.
Yeah, Pirate. It's a deadly game. A very deadly game. It's always so, like, weird moving around those hangars, because you got, like, enough cover, but not enough at the same time. Like, the hangars give good, like, line of sight blockage, but, you know, it's hard to really push up through, because there's this bloody runway and open field.
I keep going back and forth, just waiting for something to just shatter either way.
Yeah.
And we have the 40R and another Stuart duking it out to the north. The transmission damaged, driver's wounded. So it's like not a wet noodle contest, but at the same time, one more shot would be enough to freak out the Panzer 40, and that's going to be enough power to kill it. No, he's going to get lucky. The transmission damage is going to make the Stuart too slow to catch up, I think.
Yeah, and the Stuart also has the it's also a bit panicked, so his accuracy is completely off. But Dingo's going to try and get a surrender.
Watch out, folks. That Dingo will get your baby. And apparently, apparently 150 meters isn't close enough. All right.
I mean, that Bren gun on the Dingo is... I'd definitely surrender to that. And this is going to open up northern flank. He's already got a motorized rifle squad to take advantage of this. And, I mean, that northern tree line area is a fantastic spot. You even got a building there too to plop down the motor rifles.
Oh yes, I wasn't even thinking about that, but that will give player actually that point advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I was checking down to the south to see if anyone else is actually doing anything important, and wow, the infantry Cromwell is down.
Oh damn, that's...
I'm going to guess it's that Panzerjäger 35R retreating with no HE ammo.
Yeah, it's either that or the Puma for sure, but damn, that's... That 5-sport Cromwell is pretty damn important down south, as it has range advantage against everything that Paris can really bring up till C phase tank rise. I believe he can get some Pack 40s in B. I think he maybe get a Pack 40 in A. Yeah, don't quote me on that.
Well, he's got a Pack 38 up north.
He's got a Pack 38
that will stymie any pressure from, I think, that northern approach that you're talking about. Especially with the Stuart crippled. I mean, the machine guns are still absolutely devastating.
Yeah, and there's no artillery nearby to just make it dead.
There soon will be.
Oh, is that a Saxon?
Oh no! Coming in.
Wow, you never really see Turin's carry. I mean,
exactly.
Like period, but especially for Guards Armored, a lot of people for Guards Armored just like taking out the 8th Saxon. The Turin's carrier isn't a terrible unit either. It's just very specific. It's really only good in town fights such as this, and only town fights. It's terrible in every other engagement encounter.
I have to apologize to people already on my particular version of this, because I'm sure they're just getting like vertigo from how crazy I'm moving around here. But the JU-188 is going to come back again to the north. It's going to completely stopgap the entire approach here.
Getting some good hits. So Stuart is still keeping it cool, while the Panzer 40 tries to flank around.
Now, but I think he is going to get line of sight on that. I think.
On the motor rifles.
Super close. It's like hairs.
I don't think... Is he going to get a surrender? Can he see it? Oh no, it's a leader unit nearby. If that motor rifle just... Oh, damn.
Jeez.
Okay. Oh boy.
And 4 more things of rifles will be moving to the north. 4 more squads, that is.
Oh, that's a lot of rifles. He's really just starting to mop up his northern side now. And this is going really well for player, as once you capture the entire town, it's pretty easy to hold. And looking from Walther, I mean, it's got a Panzer 1B being brought up, and a Panzer 4, but you really need some more infantry, I think, up north. That's definitely, like, what he needs.
Well, he did at least rotate around this Panzerjäger.
Yeah, that's a good call. Try to knock out the Stuart and Humbra. It's going to be rather risque, I'd say.
Yeah, but putting a shot down onto that Stuart is a fair bit. Okay, never mind. That's not going to be too much of a benefit. I thought that would be a lot more of a big play there. Pack 38 is going to go down pretty quickly, I imagine. I'm surprised it's not been taken out already by just machine gun fire. But you're right in calling out that P4. Is that enough to reverse? Or
Uh,
will it just be the latest,
I
target
mean,
for the
he
Stewart?
can kill the Stuart with it for sure and knock out some vehicles, but he needs infantry like immediately afterwards to take advantage of the gap. And it's going to be tough now because players bringing in a lot more infantry. I mean, rifles
Hmm.
aren't not the best thing in the world. They're just yeah to just be there and just hold territory, but there's still 10 guys you have to kill per squad, which takes
That's
time.
true.
It takes time, and you only got 40 minutes in a match, so time is pretty important.
Okay, the J at long last, the J188 is going to come down here to the south and just blow apart the
Ooh,
entire
there's
force,
no
which is good. So it
Pumio.
looks like, yeah, the Puma's dead.
Oh
Oh
damn.
no, never mind. He's back. He's way back.
Oh okay, he uses. Huh.
But that will cause no small amount of consternation among the southern approaches here,
Mhm.
and I kind of wish there had been some legit troops in the area to kind of clean this up because there's not going to be another six pounders coming in right now.
If that Puma was there, he could have just rent in and mopped up an entire force.
We're sitting in one panhard now, and that's
Yeah.
kind of that's cute, but
I
that's not
wonder
going to
what
be
he's
enough.
doing with the Puma back here. I mean, maybe he's going to move it back up north, but that seems like a real big misplay. I mean, at least bring the Puma up and then do the bomb and run, because he just squandered a huge opportunity.
Well, one thing he is also bringing in, he's bringing another Stug now to the north, so another Panzer 1B, because the first one's now a nice little crater in the ground.
Yeah.
And the Stug coming in. So that will be, I don't want to say a last-ditch effort to keep things under control here, but position is not looking wonderful over here for Walther.
Yeah, I mean, those his Stug and his Panther 4 are the only like proper medium tanks he can get to a sea phase where he can get some Tigers and Panthers.
Hmm.
So he needs to keep him alive, because if he loses those things up north, I don't really see Walter being able to bring us back.
And the Puma finally realizes, wait a second, I should have been down to the south.
Oh, silly
Oh,
me,
no,
I
it's a
completely
17
forgot.
pounder. It wasn't a 6. That was a 17 pounder.
Just 11 pounds off.
Well, they say the barrel's slimming. 35R in the meantime. I might be wrong here, but 35R, can he get grenaded?
Yeah, because it's opened up
Yes, he can.
vehicle.
Yep, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing any grenades happen here, and it's now a lot of Sturm and Drang around that, and it gets taken out by grenades. That's impressive. I have not seen that happen in a very long
Yeah,
time.
open top vehicles are pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous.
Stewart
Yeah,
dies, but there is a Sherman Mark 5 up to the north
yeah.
as well.
And we've got like a blob of land behind Rorter's front line here by a literal lone motor rifle squad.
Well, it's not much, but he calls it home.
Yeah, he has to make a teardrop rug for him. Yeah, it's slowly evaporating.
Would you say it's after a massive attack? That's a very
Uh-huh.
specialized joke out there. I don't know if anyone's going to get that.
Oh, and there we go. And plop. So satisfying seeing that, like, when the zone just encapsulates on itself. Or doing it like a like an encirclement in this game is so satisfying. It's like
Oh,
Hearts of
yeah.
Iron 4.
Yes.
But you get to, like,
Yes.
actually do the killing, like, directly. While on Hearts of Iron 4, you just, like, wait for the green arrows to become green, and then, oh, look, I just encircled 100,000 Soviet troops.
It,
This is
it,
getting me nowhere.
well, for those of you who kind of get off on slaughtering hundreds of thousands of people, this game is not for you. But Hearts of Iron 4, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You encircle 30 divisions, you make them starve for a bit, and you reenact the 6th Armored kind of surrender.
Yeah.
And a 204 being brought on in just to clean him up. All right. For some
Oh,
reason, why was that Sherman so close?
I don't know. I thought the Sherman was going to get the kill here, because he's having some good shot advantage and morale advantage, but the Panther 4 managed to clutch it.
Well, and even if the Panzer IV didn't, I imagine those lone rifles were going to get taken out by the Ruskies,
Mm-hmm.
who now have really no infantry that can stand in their way until these Bedfords with the half track get on forwards. And I imagine one of these is going to be motorized rifles pretty easily.
Yeah, and Waters managed to bring it back to a 0-0 at least. He doesn't have a lot of points to catch up to, so he still has a good chance of bringing Yes back. And he does have... Yeah, he's got some infantry reinforcements being brought up. I believe that's actually a Kriegsmarine being brought in, which is pretty much like a regular infantry squad. But,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just about how he can use the Stug Green Panther for effectively. It's kind of tough in such a close range town environment, especially if a 17 pounder online.
Yeah, but not when you have a carpet bomb coming on in.
Oh,
He decided to remodel the place.
yeah. Just do some decoration stuff from the ground up.
Yeah, that is rolling out the welcome wagon, and I'm pretty sure player would have been happy with a bit more of a cold shoulder. But there's a Crusader up there as well, so finally we're seeing some AA pieces being brought on in
Yeah,
to counter
I
this.
think you're gonna need a bit more in AA. Probably like a Tempest fighter to try to knock out his J188. They are resilient resilient airplanes.
Well, there's a furious rush over here
Yeah.
by the stroke to pick up that 17 pounder.
That's a very risky rush, but it's just gonna pay off for
But
Walther, as
you
there's no
have
like
to do it
AT.
though. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I'd agree. It's just definitely that's definitely a risk I would take, because knocking out 17 pound is huge, and if he can just kill the units, then he's gonna grab a nice chunk of territory. And this is kind of a problem with using rifles. Like, I prefer just using motor rifles effectively,
Hmm.
but you know, other rifles. I mean, not at the same price out, so you just don't pay for the half track. But if he's a motor rifles, is what I'm saying. His Panther 4 and Stug 3 would be not having a good time.
To use a more crass metaphor, this is one of those times when buying the cow makes more sense than milking it for free.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Down to the south, I found it kind of interesting. There's been very little movement either way. I really kind of thought this was going to be where all the action was, and nothing has gone on.
It's just no man's land. I mean, I understand. It's so dodgy to attack down south. It's
Well, there's Russian tank defense back there. There's a bunch of, actually, ironically enough, the Russian guys are the only guys not using like AT grenades. Everybody else has AT grenades except for them. They're the only like intelligent guys throwing out Fausts here.
they managed to make some Faust before being sent off.
Another Sherman to the north, so this could be the make or break moment for Walther's attack.
Yeah, I mean, if he can kill the Sherman, I mean, he has two tanks and run. You know, they're a bit separated. So it all depends. Maybe he can even kill it if it's 204. That'd be pretty funny.
That'd be epic.
That'd be really funny. It's bringing up
Or
an
wait,
infantry.
infantry, yeah.
Oh, please
Oh,
be
no.
like,
It's gonna be something with hand grenades.
yeah. Oh no, it's
Oh no,
alright.
it's far away.
Come on, move himself. Yes, is what he's doing. I don't think he's gonna have range though. The Sherman's gonna get out of range.
150. Yeah, just barely
Yeah,
out.
it's just barely. That's a smart move from player. Yeah.
Well, this again. This really is the make or break. This is where player either becomes like a total TPK, like party wipe here, or godhood. It's one or the
Yeah.
other. And I don't know which way this is going to go. Oh wow, we have a Hummel as well. So the Hummel is now shelling the southern side of the
Oh
approach.
damn.
So the two squads of rifles hung out in the middle of nowhere. The hangar. Oh yeah, yeah.
Not gonna be a hangar for much longer to hang around in.
Well, be a different kind of hung, and way actually up to the north, a 140 OP.
Oh,
This is a very interesting setup here. I did not expect
Yeah.
this at all.
yeah. It's, I mean, you usually just see lots of Saxons from Guard Armored, but seeing the OP is definitely like you just don't really see it often.
And he almost saved that ROA squad.
Ah, so close.
That's that one shot he could have killed the half track. He had one shot, one opportunity.
Seriously, and he blur it.
Yeah, he did. Another 188 strike, and I'm really surprised we're not seeing a little bit more, like you said, a little bit more committed anti-aircraft.
Yeah, Guard Armored doesn't. Guard Armored is a pretty okay AA. I mean, he really just needs to buy a Tempest. Like he really needs a Tempest. 6 pounder and the recon squad goes down.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the AA managed to get some hits, but it's always too little, too late.
It's a bad that I'm finding it kind of amusing that 204s just kind of having like machine gun rounds pinging off from every direction.
Yeah.
That is bad. Okay, good. All right, I just want to make sure. Hummel in the meantime,
Yeah.
actually, wow, one of the rifle squads died, and the Hummel, I believe, is still has some ammo. Panther G is out though, so
Oh, a sea phase.
yes.
Oh boy, that's gonna be tough for player because he doesn't have like Fireflies ready, and you kind of need Fireflies to kill Panther G. Preferably, I'd say you'd want 2 Fireflies per Panther. You know, it all depends on the situation.
True. You definitely want two for the price of one.
And also
That
an
is
88.
totally fair.
Well, it might be
Ooh, wait,
it might be just the French one actually. No, it's an 88. It's a full-on 88 coming into the airfield, which is very fitting. I think 88s were, they kind of put them on airfields. They kind of put them everywhere. It's like butter. Butter with giant high explosive shells.
Butter? I was gonna say maple syrup, but that's
Or
fair
maple
too.
syrup, yeah. That's a much more Canadian answer.
Well, another infantry Cromwell goes down, and I don't know what that. I think that was from that Panther. Yeah, so he's just absolutely having a field day here. And while these artillery strikes are stopping the German advance, they are not reversing it, and the Germans have 52 to 49, excuse me,
Yeah.
51 to 49. So now we're bang on even.
Mm-hmm. And Walther really has momentum. He has the more units on the field and the more powerhouse units available and still alive. I mean, that Panther alone is going to be pretty unkillable for the time being. Because he's managed to kill the 17 pounders, essentially. Okay, still 17 pounder down
So there's one down south.
but that's not it's nowhere nearby. So that's going to be tough to deal with our Panther. And even then, like, Walter's going to have all the time to buy infantry, and it's a sea phase room, so he's got like really awesome panzer grenadiers and stuff as well to help him advance.
Well, and I'm waiting for another airstrike to come in the north. So there's 5 squads. There's 2 squads of infantry with 2 inside the half tracks. There's another Sherman's. The OP Sherman's just used as the last barrage.
Yep.
And we have that 1 squad of motorized rifles. I feel like 1 bombing run could completely wreck and just force a wave of surrenders.
Yes. Yes. I mean, this entire, like, northern sword is pretty clumped up. I mean, it's really just at Sherman and the Sherman OP at the major powerhouse units, 4-player up north. They got another 17 pounder, I believe, being brought up.
You did
to
miss
the
a nice
northern
little
side.
Typhoon AT
Oof.
that did take out that Hummel.
Oh, damn. Oh, wow, that's a pretty big kill, because you only get one Hummel. That's a pretty big kill.
Minor issue with that is just the idea that it had 1 round left. So while of course you don't want to see that kind of death, at least you used most of it.
Yeah, that's a silver lining in that. Silver lining in that rocket strike.
And I feel like very often that's how you have to be with the German forces. You have to have a silver lining in a lot of things. I lost half my units, but I killed some of theirs, right?
I managed to kill some of theirs. I lost all my Panthers.
Oh no, P4's gonna run afoul of the motorized rifles. Here's the shot.
Oh,
It's up.
Bring out the Piats. And the Piat has not been brought out.
Oh no, it has, but it's been found wanting. Yeah. And oh my god, look at this wave of German reinforcements.
Jesus Christ. What? Is that just Landschutzens?
Yeah, I believe so.
Probably just Landschutzens, jeez.
But that's all he needs. Again, he just needs to have guys to take ground, take and hold it, and he's got it right this second.
Yeah, he's already got the fire support with the tanks and whatnot, so he's pretty good in that regard. It's very good in that regard.
Well, and the Shermans can't really aggress. I mean, they can aggress somewhat, but there still are the Vernichtungstungs, Panzer Hunters over here. And I just want to see down to the south. Yep, Cromwell's still alive. Puma's still alive. He's fired 1 round since then. Yep. And back to the north.
Yeah, back to the north. Southern side is still very quiet on the southern front.
Ironically, the western front's all firing, but yeah, I knew exactly what you mean there. I do think maybe, are we going to get 1 squad of Peagrams? No, it might be another ROA squad coming on in, that last
Yeah,
one
probably
star.
an ROA, I think.
And another bombing run is imminent. Or not. Oh, no, it's come back north. Okay, yeah, good call. P4 coming under firepower, and bombs, are they going to get there in time? My guess is yes.
Yeah, I think that's... I don't think he's going to kill Sherman, but he's definitely wounded it quite a bit. Maybe, with the Panzerschreck squad, the OP Sherman goes down. The other Sherman is... come on, if he just moves it... I mean, he's just on attack moves. That's right.
No, he's aligning.
Oh!
There it goes. It's up and it's good.
Damn.
Now, embarrassingly enough, I think a couple of these infantry squads are going to go through this TOT barrage, and that's just kind of, par for the course when it comes to Landesschützen. But regardless, Walther is slowly building some momentum here.
Yeah, this is really bloody good from Walther. Like, he's pushing hard, and Paris is a pretty difficult division because first 20 minutes you just don't have a lot of stuff. But fortunately for Walther, he managed to keep the Stug, the Panzer IV, and the Puma alive, which are like some of the best units that you get for Paris in those early stages, and really the only units. Oh, another OP was brought in, but it got killed
Immediately, yes.
Yeah. So that's
At long last, there's that Tempest.
yeah. for the G188 from some good fire, and oh damn, player taps out, and Walther is going to make it to the finals.
And shockingly enough, again, I didn't really realize that the casualties were this high over here for the guards.
Yeah.
I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah, I mean, Walther, he was very efficient. He managed to keep his tanks alive, like I said, and he got good trades, and because he managed to trade efficiently, killing 17-pounders and Shermans, etc., I mean, once he got the Panther on the field, there's nothing Gurge Armored had prepared to deal with it. Same with the Stugs and whatnot. Looking at the kills, it's pretty... I mean, the Gurge Armored, nothing really too crazy, and looking at loss, it's Puma managed to get some good kills. That was the one that killed the fire support Cromwell.
Okay.
And the Stug and Panther 4s are pretty MVPs.
But let's not ignore the Russian squads who are dueling, I would say, shooting above their weight. And the J188 even picking up some kills here and there. Wow. That was just combined arms from the Drips and Drabs division. That was actually really, that was impressive play.
I know. Yeah, they managed to, I don't know, drap something together. As I really love seeing Paris play like that. Because it's such an odd hodgepodge division, but if you're conservative, you can make it work. It's just about not losing elite units. You can't afford to lose that Panzer IV or Stug. You really pay for it if you do. But Walther didn't, and that's good for Walther.
Indeed, indeed. I do want to make one final comment. Of course, this is the benefit of hindsight is being 2020.
Yeah.
Might it not have been better to be a little bit more investment into those motorized rifles a lot sooner?
Yeah, I think. I mean, there's always like a different like play styles and strategy with using rifles compared to motor rifles. I'm still firmly on the mindset that all you really need is motor rifles, but it also just depends on like positioning. The problem with player is that he sort of mixed in some more motor rifles maybe in some of those rifle positions, because if some of those rifles were motor rifles, he could have killed the Panzer IVs and Stugs, and yeah, it would have been pretty big for him.
That's definitely true.
Yeah.
Definitely true. But I believe we're coming up, I think, at the semifinals for the other side of the bracket. Isn't that true?
Not yet. We're doing
Not that.
We're doing just another match from another
yes,
tournament bracket. It's called Steel Division Super League by Herr Robert. We're just doing one of those matches for now.
Oh, that's right. I think we're bringing in, I want to say Jarl Conrad, who was appearing last week, I want to say, and Bumblebee Potato, another guy who's been featured on here a couple times before.
We'll be in a matchup, yes.
Excellent. All right, so folks, come back on Thursday to see the Bumble face off against the Jarl, and we'll see if Viking Blood's enough to take out that insect. Or if he'll be a plucky spud. Either way, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.